Hello, and welcome back to Paper People. My name is Amy Williams, and if you consider yourself to be a paper person, then you're in the right place. I'm going to be honest with you, I've been journaling pretty much all day. Journaling and organizing my ephemera. I went through this bag that I have been avoiding for months, and I binder clipped. It's going to be hard to even see. And to be honest, I didn't do a good job, but I binder clipped like certain events together. Like that's all London. This is all stuff my friend Molly sent me. I had to have some sort of organization because it was keeping me from back journaling because it was just so crazy nuts in a bag. So that took like probably an hour and a half. And then I've just been journaling ever since. It's been really nice. I've been revisiting my time at Go Wild back in May. It's, there's a lot. And it's really funny to see this and then compare it to our guest today. In case you missed it, Elaine has taken over editing for me. It's a huge weight off my shoulders. I can focus on other things while she's editing. So I hadn't really seen this episode since we recorded it. Fun fact, actually on Sam's birthday. And that was like over a month ago. So to go back and like look at some of the footage when Elaine has questions about editing and see how Sam journals and see how it's so different from me. It's really interesting and also just really inspiring. I have said by now many times that I'm really drawn to people that journal differently than me because my brain just doesn't work that way and I admire it so much. And Sam is definitely one of those journalers. I think Sam is so cool, like effortlessly cool. There's just something about her. I don't even know. But I was thrilled to have her on. I don't know her that well or didn't know her that well prior to our conversation. And she was one that I was like kind of scared to ask. Because I'm like, what if she thinks this is dumb? Oh my God. But it was so lovely to get to know her and spend time with her and just like chat. Like it was so easy. And I don't know. I'm so thankful for this community and people like Sam. I really hope you enjoy this episode. Sam is an absolute delight and she is a pleasure to talk to and someone that I think you'll be as attracted to her journaling and her personality and her thought process as I am. Please let me know something that you take away from this episode. For me, I am thinking a lot about hobby nights. Sam and her husband every Thursday do hobby night. And I think they do it together, sometimes separately, sometimes it's a board game, whatever, but they just sit down and they focus on their hobbies for a night. And I think that's really cool. And I would like to incorporate that into my month or my weeks. It made me think of how I like on a whim asked my book club if they'd be into book bedazzling, and I thought that they would think it was stupid because it's just like kind of tedious and also like who had the idea to like glue gems on a book? I don't know, but I'm glad they did. And they actually were like really into it. And so a few of them came over this week and we sat around the table and we glued gems to books. And it was so fun to try out this like craft, this like very low stakes craft with them. And it was just like easy and cool and such a fun thing to spend like a couple hours in the middle of the week doing with your friends. So hobby nights forever. Let's all let's all let's all do our hobbies. I think hobbies are what makes us people. Anyway, thank you, Sam, so much for coming on the show. You are just as cool as I thought you were. And I really thought you were cool. Thank you so much for listening. I could not do this without you. So every like and comment and share and enthusiastic DM you send me is so deeply appreciated. I'll see you later. Bye. I don't want to take up all your birthday. I could literally talk to you all day. But I will tell you the top of my notes that I have for you are you're very cool. Tell me about that.
Oh, I am so thank you for saying that because I I'll probably mention Claire Bustler, Claire from online,
Oh,
not
she's
her. many
Yeah.
times today. She's the best.
Yes.
But I actually left her a voicemail this morning and I was like, oh my God, I guess who I'm talking today? She's so cool. I'm not cool. And like I wrote down in my journal to talk about today, like this trap of like feeling like I'm not cool. So that's really nice that you said that.
I wonder why you feel that way. Like, is it, tell me, yeah, tell me what do you mean by that?
Um, well, maybe, okay, let's take a step back. Maybe it's not cool. Like I do feel um, like I feel authentic.
Mhm.
And I think that that is like a cool quality in anybody.
Mhm.
Um, and I like cool music because my husband likes cool music in terms of like cool music, you know.
Sure.
Oh God, I'm gonna hate listening to this back. You have to.
No, you're gonna be perfect.
Um, and I like am fiercely like devoted to my hobbies. And like I think that those are cool things no matter what you're doing. Like if someone's like super into surfing, they're cool. If someone's really into like I, I don't know, Legos, amazing. They're so cool.
Yeah.
So I think
I think like caring is cool.
yeah, yeah,
Passion is cool. It doesn't matter what it is about. Like you can make somebody else excited.
yes, 100%. So thanks for saying that. I feel sometimes like a little bit of a dweeb because I um don't know, like you'll see I have one journal. I feel like our community is like so everyone is cool. Everyone is so talented and thoughtful and everyone has like systems and like things that really work well for them. And sometimes I feel like, oh, I only have one journal or like I
That's cool.
uh so yeah, I guess everyone's different. And thank you for saying that. I'm yeah, blushing.
Yeah, no, well, even like going through your Instagram, your like point of view is cool. Like the choices that you make, like on a page, but also taking a photo. Like it is very, a lot of people don't have that, and it feels very natural to you. Like I don't go. And I mean, I hate to be just talking about Instagram, but that is obviously where I know you from. I don't go through your posts and think like this was hard for her. You know what
Oh,
I mean? So like easy, effortless. That's like that feels very cool to me.
oh, thank you. Yeah, I do yeah, I feel like that's the maybe authenticity that we were just talking about is I never want something to feel staged or like work. And I think sometimes I get in my head about like, and I think maybe we all do this a little bit, is like, I could make this bigger. Maybe I could monetize this. And like, I am amazed by people who are able to do that and stay authentic. But for me, I'm gonna pivot to LinkedIn because, like, in the professional, like, in my professional life, I also feel like I literally cannot post on LinkedIn because it feels so inauthentic to me. And I think the same thing goes for journaling, which is I like maybe my photos feel posed, but like it's just my journal and like whatever's around my journal at that time and some good lighting. Like we love some good lighting. But like I never want it to feel to me inauthentic or icky or whatever.
Yeah, it does not feel like it feels like an afterthought in the best way, where you're sort of like, "Oh, I noticed this, and so I'm capturing it." And I that's what I think everyone should be. Um, that's the goal for everyone. At
Thank you.
least it is for me. I would love to hear like a little bit of your background in journaling. I definitely want to get into your one book that you have this year, but what, like, when did you start doing this? Like, has it always looked like this? Tell me everything.
Um, I've journaled or had a diary since I was a kid, but pretty inconsistently. Like an absolute psycho, I like threw away my journals or burned them. One time I burned a journal because I was like a teenager and I was like
Well,
going,
that, and that's what we were supposed to do. Like, I remember that being like poetic, and I was like, oh, the next natural step is you burn this. No.
I literally burned a journal in my fire pit. I grew up in the country. It was like a fire pit in my parents' backyard. like a burn pile rather. But then I started consistently journaling probably in 2015, 2014, 2015. And I wish I could remember, like, I think I was going through a pretty transitional time back then. And so, something about, I brought all my journals down. These guys, these mini essays, A6, they were sold on Mochi things created by Iconic.
Oh, sure.
Again, they're like all of my original ones. This one's from 2021. But this was the first journal I bought, and then I just stuck with it really up until probably 4 years, 3 or 4 years ago. And I would fill one of those in probably like 3 months, writing, yeah, pretty much every day, but like the the size is different, the grid size. So it didn't take very long to fill these up.
Do you also have anything pasted in those, or is it all just writing?
Yes, a
Yeah.
lot of pasting. I used to write more probably or less pasting, and now I do a good mix of both.
Hmm.
Um,
That's so the A6 size is where you stay. I feel like I could never. I don't, but I think I write too big. I think there's something about, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I haven't unpacked it yet, but I think that's really interesting. You get a lot packed into a pretty small size.
you have a cousin? You
I
have
do
all.
have a cousin. Yeah, A5, I guess. Is that what all cousins are? To be like dedicated to this book, I don't know anything about anything. I'm just like, this is the one I order and it works and I don't know. Um, but wow. So you took a break. Is that what you said? Like a 4-year break from kind of journaling?
No, I did not take a
Oh,
switched
oh,
to.
switch. Okay.
I was in these little mini essays, and then let's see, what year was this? 2022. I bought because I wanted to try the thinner paper, which I can't think of the right name for it. Tomro.
Tomoy River, maybe? I don't, that's not also, again, not for me. Someone else can really just do that, and I'm just here. I'm just here.
Okay, so the thin paper.
Yeah.
Wanted to try it. These guys were no longer serving me. They were also on back order for a long time. And so I was just kind of like, let's switch it up. So it's kind of, I don't know I truly don't know what this is. It's kind of like a Hobonichi, but it's from Amazon.
Mm.
Theology. I don't know.
Oh, yes, yes.
So I did this for 2022. Okay, yes. All right. I'm remembering. This was the first time I used a single journal throughout the entire year because those were like 3 or 4 months, fill them up,
Mhm.
move on. And this was the first time I went January to December in a journal. And then I was hooked. And then also I was starting to have kids, so I had less time to like journal every single day. And so then I fully switched to like journaling, like a yearly journal. And I went to a Hobonichi in 2023.
Wow. Look at that.
Little pictures of my children in here.
Oh my God.
Um, I'm also like an every page gal. Uh,
Uh,
no judgment, of course, to people who skip pages. I love that, but
couldn't be me.
you gotta fill them up. Even if it's really dumb, like
Uh-huh.
gravy season in here. And then, okay, so that was great. And then I think the star of the show for me in 2024, I did the Common Planner by Sterling Ink in the A6 size. And boy, did I love this one. And I think this is going to be, I'm going to go back to this in 2026.
What do you love about this?
Yeah. Um, I love the setup of it
Mhm.
because I'll talk about what I'm in now and I like it, but I love how this one has just more structure in terms of like, I wrote they have a quarterly page and I wrote my favorite part of every day, like a single line. So it was kind of like a combo of a 5 year. Um, and you have to write really small, which is fine because I can
Yeah, you do.
I can do that. And then they have monthlies and then they have weeklies, which I really liked. So let me find a decent something. I don't know. Yeah. So like a weekly spread. And then there's a daily page as well. So I write every day.
Is this, are these undated dailies?
Yes.
Okay. So I will tell you, I buried the lead a little bit. I'm in a common place planner for my work notebook that I used to use these like cheapo Amazon ones, but similar to your essay ones, I would go through them in like 3 months. And sometimes I need to reference something that is in a book that is, I archive them at work, and sometimes I'm just not at the studio. So I decided, I was like, oh, I'll get a commonplace planner, and unfortunately, I love it, but I just don't need the stuff in the front, obviously, because I have like a other happy planner. But yeah, I mean, I'm so impressed with people that can take the undated dailies. Because did you say that's undated?
It is undated, but now that we're talking about it, that surprises me because I don't remember that. But I really did like pretty much every day on the day.
And you're just being like, today is
Mhm.
July 3rd and
I would like write
up at
the
the
day.
top. Yeah, it's a beautiful book, and the paper has ruined me for any other thing for work. And so I will, maybe next year I'll just get like a plain notebook from them. But yeah, I find that I need the structure spelled out for me a little bit more. And I'm kind of getting ahead of myself. Are you just memory keeping in here? Are you keeping your schedule? Are you doing anything like, is it all of the above?
Above. Um, which
That's cool.
brings me to this guy. Oh, I'm struggling.
Are you?
Because it's what month are we in? July, something
Yeah.
early July, and this is like, and I don't mind a chunky journal. Like
But
sometimes,
they are hard to use.
sometimes people comment on my posts and things like, "Doesn't that get so chunky?" I'm like, "Who cares? Who's
Right.
no one ever?" But really, it is getting difficult. Anyway, but I do like a lot about this one. This is the Midori Hibino, and this is you get 2 pages a day every single day.
How are you liking that?
Um, Good except for the chunkiness, and
Yeah.
it doesn't have any of those like early pages from the Sterling ink that I really love.
Right.
You just get right into it. I wish there was like a combo of these two.
Yeah. So meaning like they just get right into the month pages? Interesting. How are you using those?
Um, I use them like a uh calendar.
Yeah.
I almost never look at them though. Like I typically, when I get a new journal, I'll put a bunch of birthdays in them, or like holidays or day offs and things like that, and then I never reference them again. Uh,
Yeah.
Next year, or maybe like if I have a month coming up that I haven't already destroyed, maybe November, I don't know. I would like to do, you might do this. And I think I've seen Claire do it where you write like something about the day every day in the
Mhm. Yeah.
book. That. I might
It's
try.
really nice. I really I did it last year all through my, oh my God, my Hobonichi. And it got to be a little taxing to remember to do it, especially because I'm like such a back journaler. But it's fun to go through and see what I chose to write down, which is sometimes like, oh, that's a book hangover, is just what I've written for October 19th. And I'm like, does that make, and I'm like, of course, now I remember what it is, but there's like, it's almost like little poetry snippets.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like it. That's
I
cool.
might try that. Yeah.
I saw it when you opened up the book, but I've also seen it on your Instagram. You have like the page with the peach on it. This is like I'm so attracted to that. Like I'm just very drawn to it. So did you print that out? Did you find it in a magazine? Like where are you getting your bits and bobs from? Like Gravy Season. It seems like that maybe came from a magazine.
I'm so happy you asked because nothing in this world makes me happier than magazines. Old magazines, new magazines. If I find a stack at an estate sale, sometimes people put them in their like little libraries around town. I have a subscription to Real Simple and Good Housekeeping. Long live the magazine.
Remember the heyday of Real Simple? I got it up until even like a year ago, and they just watching them get smaller and smaller has been so terrible, like so sad.
Yes.
But yeah, they're the best.
Yeah. I can, as soon as I get a magazine, I'm out here with scissors, I'm chopping it up.
Mhm.
And then I've got like, I wish you were here. I could have shown
I
you.
know. I know. I'm coming over.
Anytime. And I have like my little boxes full of like, if you could see, this is probably an inch deep of trimmings. Some of which probably make more sense than others, but I'm like, one day I will definitely need a piece of paper that says getting me from here to there.
A
Or
thousand percent.
like whoever this woman is. I don't
And what are you have it just in a little box? What kind of box is that?
I think this is my grandma's jewelry box, old, not jewelry box, but like she
Wow.
got a
Yeah,
piece of jewelry in this cardboard box at some point. Stack those and then really that's pretty much it as far as my journaling supplies go, is magazines, glue sticks, obviously a lot of these guys. I heard in one of your videos you have every single one.
I do. I do. It's
Best.
they're beside me and there's 108 of them and I will just say it doesn't look like it's 108. So I feel very spoiled. But yeah, I can reach over and grab anyone that I want, which leads me to a lot of paralysis. I like the packs like this because I'm like, okay, this is all I can use. But when you have every color at your fingertips, you can make a lot of really ugly color schemes. I can tell you that from experience.
You have a favorite?
I do have it. Well, it changes, which I think is like very classic artist. But right now, I love 133, which is this kind of like chartreuse, almost. It's like a pretty, it's like not neon, but it's like pretty close. And it is just the best.
I love
Layers really well. It mixes really well. I did, you probably can't even see this, but this is something I did do for Tombow. But like I made a green with that and like the blue, and it did like a really nice dark green. Like they just layer and mix new colors really nicely.
and they last
And I
forever.
love them. Do you have a favorite?
I find that it depends on the season, but
Mhm.
I most frequently use, wow, the number's worn off.
912?
Sure.
Bring
I
it
don't
close to me.
like
To me.
peach. It's like a peach. Yeah, I think
Yeah. I'm a little darker in here. Yeah, that is 912.
I love her.
That's so funny. I use this for like, I like to do portraits and stuff. So obviously I'm pulling this for shadows and things, but I never think about that as like a header color or to use in any meaningful way. So that this is going to inspire me.
It's a good one. Um, oh, and I guess I should say though, this beside the peach is a sticker. And I have no idea where I got it. Stology.
Mhm.
That's a sticker.
Okay, talk me through this page. Did you draw that? Did it come like that? I'm not familiar with this journal at all.
This is a piece of a magazine.
Yes.
I'll be real simple. This comes plain. This little sticker guy.
Oh, it's a sticker. I didn't. Okay.
Um, and and then I just like, I like to do these for every month because
Yeah.
I don't have that like zoomed out monthly look in this journal. And I used to draw things like this, but it takes a lot of time and
Takes so much time. By the time you get it drawn, I'm like, I don't even want to fill it in.
God forbid I make a mistake.
Oh, you'd have to burn the book.
I have
Take
to.
it to the burn pile.
Here in File, Pennsylvania. So these stickers are really great.
And those are from Stayology.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
Question mark.
I
Yeah.
likely got them at a stationery store somewhere.
Mhm.
And then I just like fill it in with like whatever my goals are for the month, which are usually like walking, waking up early. This month I'm gonna try to cook at home more. Ask me how many times.
I don't understand how anyone has a job and kids and they cook at home. Like, I can barely do that, and I don't have any of those things.
Always seems very reasonable on Sundays when I'm like
Hmm
20-minute recipe. I can do that, no problem. And it's 5 o'clock and we're going to Chipotle.
And that's self-care.
Yes.
Um, so wow. Does your husband have any interest in journaling? I like to ask this question about partners now. Does he get it?
Totally.
Yeah.
And he's cool, which is really sweet.
I like him.
He is the most supportive. And he has a lot of hobbies. Like he's a big hobby guy.
Mhm.
So we on Thursdays have hobby night. and we each do our own thing. And he's usually playing board games. Like a lot of this is board games, and we do play
Um,
games together. But um, yeah,
what's your current favorite game that you like to play together?
this year we're doing a 5 by 5 where we're trying to play 5 games 5 times each. My favorite right now is probably Sagrada. Sagrada.
Sagrada. Where do you okay, I love to play games and I can barely find anybody to play games with me. And where are you finding out about all of these fun board games?
Board Game Geek. I
Mm-hmm.
don't find out about them. Eric does.
Husband. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But there's like, for every hobby, there's sites that like rank games and like best new games of the year. And so he finds them. And then depending on my mood and my
Mm-hmm.
appetite for learning a new game, which is often pretty low, um, like we just played a new game last night or 2 nights ago, and it was so fun. And I'm so glad that I took the 10 minutes to learn it.
Mm-hmm. What was it?
So you need a minimum of 3 people.
Okay.
Next time you
And say it again?
Trio.
Oh, duh. Have you ever played Cover Your Assets?
No,
Okay.
you love it?
I love it. It's so fun. You can play it two person, you can play it up to like six or eight maybe. And it is like the only kind of consistent game I can get people to play with me. It's very fun.
I
Highly
really
recommend.
agree.
Okay, journaling. I'm telling you, I could talk to you about anything all day long. Uh, you've got your you've got your Tombos, you've got your glue sticks. Do you have a glue stick brand you like?
Um, I'm truly, what is this guy? What are these? Yeah, Elmer's.
Oh yeah, duh. I tend to, for some reason, I go through those so much faster than the like higher end glue.
Same. Although I do have, oh, all that rattling's probably messing up your audio.
Oh, I can't even hear it. No worries.
Good. Nope, that's Advil. I don't know. I got those little Advil canisters. Looks like a glue stick. I was gonna pull it out. I went to the Chicago Stationery Fest in March, and
Hmm.
that was like my first time. That's what I mean, going back to the beginning where I just felt like, who am I? Like, I'm nobody. And it's not that anybody made me feel that way, but it
Hmm.
was just like, holy, this is a huge industry, even though not a lot of people know about it. But like, there's people who are so, I don't know, they've got so much stuff, or they like know how to use so much stuff. Or there's 50 different types of this thing that I thought was just Elmer's. And
Right.
so anyway, I did get a couple cool fancy glue sticks, but I'm like afraid to use them even though they were three.
Oh, for sure. I completely understand that. Working with Tombow has sort of broken me of that because they give you multiples of stuff. So I'm like, oh, I can use this one and keep a nice pristine one in the packaging. I totally get the thing of like, who am I? And I think like this is such a lonely is not the right word, like independent hobby or whatever. So it's hard to kind of zoom out and remember that there is a community, but then also I have not, to be honest, have not really been in real life with people who do the thing that I like to do. And I would imagine that would just be like kind of overwhelming.
Yes. Yeah, it was you're right. It is like maybe like solitary hobby.
Yeah, solitary. Thank you.
And I love to, which happens so seldom because I really don't know anyone in Cleveland. Yeah, like I don't have my friends all have their own cool things that they do, but nobody's really into journaling. And where am I going with this? Oh, like it would be nice maybe to have somebody like nearby who wants to journal. Like my favorite, I know that was kind of one of your prompts in the intro email, but I love to take the show on the road and go post up at a coffee shop with a coffee or a latte, a couple pens, whatever stickers are in my bag at that point. And it would be nice to do that with other people.
Yeah, I am so jealous of that, even like going on your own. I feel like I have to have everything near me to work in my journal. And I just like treated myself, it's birthday month, as you know, and I have treated myself to a lot of pre-birthday presents. And one of those yesterday was a new Delphonics pouch because I don't
Oh,
like mine. And I'm like, Okay, now you have to use it. But I don't know, I get so like, well, maybe I need this. And I've always been that way. I'm like, just bring it just in case. And I don't, so I want to challenge myself when it comes to like actually use it.
Yeah. I think you should, first of all, what color pouch did you get?
I went with red, which is the one
Yeah.
it's all so I, when I was going to England, I had big plans to like, on the train from London to Paris, I'll work in my journal and of course I didn't. I mean, I worked in it a little bit. So I couldn't find the red Delphonics pouch in stock anywhere. So I was left to order the denim one from Amazon and it's fine, but it's not red. And so I'm like, maybe I should give this away to someone because it got no use at all. And again, I don't know where I was going with that, but I'm excited to get the one that I want here and maybe it will inspire me to actually use it. But like when you go and work at a coffee shop or something, what do you put it in? Are you bringing the same things every time? Like, what does that look like?
No, I am the other side of whatever spectrum this is that we're
Uh,
talking about. And and I'm that way with kind of a lot of things. And I would consider myself type A. Like for some reason, like on the go doesn't scare me in any way. I will just throw this with nothing into a tote bag and
Mhm.
grab 3 or 4 pens, whatever I'm feeling that day, a glue stick and scissors. I did just get these little scissors with a sheath, which is
Oh yeah.
so nice because I used to literally just have scissors in my bag. Dangerous.
Yeah, and it turns out they're pointy and they can hurt.
Indeed. But I'm this way, Amy, with last night, we took our children to the pool, the community pool, and I don't take a diaper bag. I'm just like, surely everything's going to be fine. No, it wasn't. There was a major incident.
Of course. And but you got through it.
It was fine.
Yeah, exactly. I I think maybe I'm just well, it's a lot of pressure I put on myself, but I go to every page thinking like, well, this will be a masterpiece. And sometimes they're not. And so I think I have to release myself from that. But I do think we journal a little bit differently. So when it comes to you sitting down to work on a page, I feel like there's journaling, there's collaging a little bit, like what I guess walk me through that. I'm answering your own question for you, which is so annoying of me, but
Yeah.
walk me through like how you structure out a page and if you're thinking about it a lot beforehand, if it's just intuitive, like what that looks like.
That's a good question because it's kind of both. There are times where it's interesting. I wonder if you feel this way too. Sometimes I know that I'm going to post something on Instagram, and I feel very conscious of the fact that I'm journaling for
Hmm.
days of others, which is very weird.
Yeah.
Like that, I almost consider like art in a way. Like my true thoughts are, I mean, anyone can zoom in on my journals and read some stuff. It's not that it's not me, but I'm definitely more conscious um, if I want it to have a certain look or feel. And then there are a lot of days where that's not the goal. And like most days, I would say 80% of the time, I'm just, let me find an example. Like, do. I'm going to find you 3 examples.
Oh, I love that.
So here's a day that, no, that's not even a good one. Just because
They're
it's
all
almost,
good.
no, that one's like almost too nice looking. And like, there are a lot of days. Here's a day where I am just writing like a mix of amplify our solution, positioning to platform, value proposition. Boring. No one's going to see this. This is a work meeting. Um, and then over here, I had a little space to fill. So I glued a picture of my husband and I from Christmas. And then over here, I have like my schedule for the day. If I have a lot of meetings, it helps me to write them out, even though I'm bound
Sure.
all day. So like this is a totally different vibe than like when I sit down to write something or make something that I feel like either I want to have like a memory of
Hmm.
or I know I'm going to share it somehow. And for those, I usually they look like wrap ups. Like I
Mm.
usually do an end of month wrap up that is visually a little bit more exciting. Um, or I'm like celebrating something, or I have an idea that I think is fun. Like I have in my notes app a lot of ideas for like mm, spreads almost. Like usually in a list format, like right now I'm thinking about doing a spread where I have like how everything evens out because there's things that I will spend a lot of money on and things that I should spend money on that I don't. And I think that's a fun idea. Um, but like this is an example of a one that I might post, and so I'm a little bit more conscious of like what I write as well as what it looks like.
Yeah. And are you personally a Zoomer when people post their journals?
Never.
I'm not either. And it gets me in trouble a little bit because I don't always edit stuff out that I should, but there are people that are zooming and moving around and and I don't I'm not I wonder what that is. I wonder if it's because I'm about to get pretentious, but maybe the like might cut this out. But like you're looking at it like an artist, you're looking at it as a whole and you're taking it in and you're not necessarily I don't know. I'm gonna cut that out. Um
Thought on that. Sometimes I think it's like outside the hobby, and maybe there's probably people in the hobby who do it, but sometimes like I feel like my friends or family members will reference something that was in my journal,
Mm.
and I'm like, oh, like it's not, I'm the one
That's
who's posting it, so it's fine.
right. That's such a good point.
But I think maybe it's more of like, I wonder what they're up to, or like sometimes I think people like because journaling is so foreign to them, they
Right. They don't
think
know how to interact with it.
yeah, or like they think it's like she wants me to read this because she posted on Instagram.
Right.
And really, I'm just like, this looks nice. You want to see? Like, as a
Right. I think that's a really generous read on these type of people, whereas sometimes I can just be like, oh, they're so nosy. And it's like, no, they are doing what they think they're supposed to be doing. That's a good point. What pen are you using when you're writing stuff like that?
pretty much always can't pronounce it. Tombow.
The Fudnosuke. So is it the hard tip or the soft tip?
Oh, I go back and forth, but I prefer the soft.
Oh, Sam. That
What?
that breaks my heart.
No, the hardest to for these tiny, tiny little grids, it's too big.
I hear you. But are you staying in the grid?
Not always, but usually. Like,
I could never, especially not. Where's my soft tip? I think I have like 20 Fudnosukis sitting in here, and I can never find the soft when people tell me they love the soft. Because every time I'm gonna try it, and every time it's just, I think I write too big or I press down too hard. Here it is.
man, I mean, definitely. Show me.
Yeah. How are you doing this?
This is in the grid.
Damn.
So I have to also have a big black bar. Oh, it's the media being recorded, so I can't.
That picture of you in Claire is so cute.
Oh, it's so fun. But then I also have, I mean, this is outside the grid, and this is frequent too.
Yeah, okay. Well, that does make me feel better.
I also like a micron.
Oh yeah, I like those a lot.
Yeah, this is nice. Sharpie pens were like my gateway.
Yeah.
Love those. I don't have any right now. Oh, and these I bought in a pack off of Amazon many moons ago. I'm gonna stop pulling things out because all of my
Oh, I
labels
love
are totally worn off and I have no idea what
it. Well, that just means that you're using it.
I'm using it. Yeah.
When you have this 2 page on your Midori Habini. I
Sabina,
don't, again, I'm just here. Um, how, uh, okay, so I'm looking at the peach spread and I understand that, but what do other spreads look like with these 2 pages for one day?
maybe like this. Like
And do they interact with each other?
usually,
Yeah.
yeah. But not always. This is me yelling at myself to relax. And then this is like a to-do list over here.
Mhm.
Um, this is also common where I'm
Oh, I love
having
that.
like this week at work a to-do list,
Mhm.
this week at home a to-do list. Um, And then just like, let me fill this page because it's probably a Sunday. No, this was a Tuesday. But usually, like on Sundays, I'm like, I don't have anything else to say at this point in the
Mhm.
week. So I glue in a picture or something. Um, while we're show and telling, this is my marathon training. This I drew by hand and is really small. Elaine's here.
She's back. And oh yay, she got me a pack of Coke.
Oh, hi, Elaine.
One trip and all done? Wow, impressive. Did you so like are you a ruler person? I could literally never. Did you do that without a ruler?
No, I usually just use, I mean, I guess it's technically a ruler, like a page, a side
Oh, sure.
paper. And then like standards in any journal I have are like when I get them, I set up a book slog. So like this is every book I finish throughout the year. A purchases log, which is
Oh,
why do
you're stronger than I am.
not good. I'm on to my second page. A board games log, and then this year I have like this is all no ruler. This is like my miles for the year. And then um
How many miles are you at?
I don't have a total, probably 180
Oh my God.
maybe. And then I usually have a wish list, which
Mm-hmm.
does keep me pretty honest with like, do I need this thing I saw at TJ Maxx or do I want to get these shoes I really like? Um, and then this year I did a bingo card and we're working our way through.
That's good. I wanted to do one, and then here it is July, and I have not done it yet.
Like we have 6 months.
That's true. That's true. Okay, I'm gonna write it down. And that's just in the back of the book?
Back or front, but
Back or front.
and that's the thing with this is that there's just not a lot of real estate that isn't dated, so it's hard. I'm like eating halfway into December at this point, which is fine because by the time I'm in October, I'm like, get this thing away from me.
Right.
You know,
What made you land on this book?
Claire
Oh, oh,
takes nothing for me, nothing. From Claire or really from anyone. If someone's like, you need this, I'm like, great. I
same.
I
Yeah,
bought
why do you think I ordered that Delphonics pouch yesterday? Claire had put it in her stories. And I was like, oh, great, good. This is what I wanted. I needed one hint of a sign. And I was like, great. Um, who else are you looking at online? I'm always looking for some fresh inspiration.
it. Oh, I never know people's first names. I
I
only first
know.
names.
That's
Journal,
okay.
you had her on your channel. She's amazing. Um, who else do I love?
Who's the first one you just said? Sorry, I talked over you.
Journal as Alter.
Oh yeah, that's Erin. And Erin, if you're watching, I will let you know you don't have your first name literally anywhere on any of your stuff. And I do think that's why people don't know your name.
That could be it. Oh my gosh, this is so embarrassing because I truly cannot think of anyone's names. And
No,
I'm
I'm the same way.
scrolling.
I should have never even asked you this because if you asked me back, I'd have no answer for you. Do you know Jane the Crazy?
You.
I'm obsessed with her. She was like really my gateway into all of this because it's all, I think when I saw her YouTube channel, when I was like deciding I wanted to get a Hobonichi, I was like, oh, it can be anything. And she does similar to what you do, which is like functional planning, but then creativity. And I don't really do that. And a part of me wishes I kind of did, but
Do you do any functional plan? Like, do you have a separate notebook for it?
oh, girl, Sam. This is my happy planner, Sam, and I hate to tell you that I'm a happy planner girl.
I
It
thought,
happened it happened mid-year last year because of Roxanne at By Bun on Instagram. I'm obsessed with her and she's cool and she's like borderline I mean, this it's like tough to say gothy, but like a lot of her art is very like skulls and like dead animals. And then she got into a happy planner and it gave me permission to like think outside the box a little bit. And I'm having so much fun with like, let me see if I can find a page. I just archived out half the year because it was getting so big. Okay, now I'm holding you hostage to look at my happy planner.
what does archived out mean? You mean you just took the pages out?
Yeah, so the pages are on, it's like a disc bound system. So they look like this and they come in and out of the discs like really easily. Okay, this is fine. This is chaos, but
Ooh, that's amazing. Is this what every week looks like?
Yeah.
Ow.
I work too much. It's all well, sometimes I look like this, especially like the last half of the week, the weekends and stuff, I kind of fall off, but a lot of the times it does look like every moment is packed in, but I like it because it has like stickers and it is I don't know. I so much of my work is being creative that I don't always have the energy to come home and like do that for me. It's the same reason why I don't bullet journal. The barrier to entry is way too high. And if I then drew out the month, I would never fill back in the month. So I just enjoy that it's kind of halfway done for me. And they're just, I don't know, it's fun. Yeah.
Can, can I ask you one more question?
Please ask me as many questions as you want.
Tell me how you feel, because I'm sure this happens, when you're at a conference or teaching a workshop and it has nothing to do with your journal, but
Hmm.
you are maybe do like I take notes, manual notes when I'm in person, pretty much anywhere I am.
Hmm.
So like these are what my notes look like when I'm
Hmm.
at work journaling. And then it gets so much attention. And I
Hmm.
don't say it's not nice, but it is very distracting. And then I feel like everyone has to come over and look at my notes and like make a big
Yes.
deal out of it.
And it feels like you're being performative, but really you're not. Unfortunately, let me find you a good one. The last notes, this is a nice one. So these are what my notes look like. So it's nothing special at all. But to be honest with you, most of the time they look like this. So like it just chaos, like nothing, it's not nice at all. At all. But I will say at the conferences I go to, we are glazing, like we're painting a lot of pottery, and people will come over and be like, oh, oh, oh. And that is it almost to the point where now I really don't at conferences like this like to do any painting because people get so weird about it.
100%.
Yeah. What's your notebook that you're taking these notes in? Is it the same?
No, this was provided by my company. Shout out. No, we're not talking about my company. Cut that. But anyway, they gave me a notebook on my first day, and normally I am so like one notebook only. It
Mhm.
has to go in my notebook or it doesn't exist. Or my
Same.
but I took a swing and now it is nice. I keep my work notes in there. Um, yeah, it's just like a little almost like field notes, but long.
Mhm. Yeah, it's cute. It's a cute size.
I like
Very
it.
skinny. Tell me about the shoes that we were talking about before.
This is just the nicest thing ever. Yesterday, I've been off all week with the exception of Monday, which is just really nice. And I never take time off, and it's really lovely. Anyway, so yesterday I went to a consignment store by my house, and because they have like the weirdest hours, like every shop that you ever want to go to, they're open on Tuesdays from like 1 to 1:45 p.m. And I went and they had this little pair of Mary Jane flats in this like tan color. And I was like, ooh, I love those. And I walked over and they were in my size. And I was like, amazing. I might get these. And then I looked at the label and they're Prada. And I'm like, not
Uh,
not for me. But I put them on anyway. And then I looked at the price tag. Amy, it was $124. And then just wait. Um, then I looked at them online and I saw that they're listed online. These were a little scuffed, but like great shape for like almost $2,000.
oh,
So I'm like, I have to get these. They're my size. I love them. They're great. I took them up to the cash register and I'm like, hey, do you have any other discounts on these? Because why not ask? 25%. So that would have brought them down to like $90 or something. Don't quote me on the math.
I mean,
But listen, I didn't get them. But wait, I didn't get them because I'm like, you know what, Samantha, this is what I try to do. If I saw these at Nordstrom for $95 and I didn't know they were Prada, would I?
yeah.
Probably not. They're great, but probably not.
Mhm.
I walked away and then I called my friend Kelsey and I was like, Kelsey, you'll never believe these shoes. And I just told her what I told you. And I don't know why I called her because we don't talk on the phone that much. She's got like a literal newborn. But anyway, I just was thinking of her and I was telling her about it. And then today I met Kelsey for coffee this morning. She pulls out of her bag these shoes for me for my birthday. She ran to the store to get them for me after I got off the plane. Isn't that so
That's
nice?
so sweet.
So generous. I screamed. I was just in shock. Yeah.
That's so sweet. And I love that like you'll think about that every time you put those shoes on.
I
Ins Instead of thinking, "Oh, I only bought these because they're, on sale or whatever." You get to think about Kelsey. That's so sweet. I am not a good gift giver, and I hate that about myself. I think I I get really caught up in like, well, I am guilty of doing the thing where it's like I give you what I think you want or should want. Should want is the thing. And sometimes, a lot of times it's what I like, and that's not how you do it. And I would almost rather, I'm very guilty about like giving people money just to be like, please do whatever you want with this.
loves money.
Right. I just feel like it's really impersonal. Like I want to be the person that like surprises and delights you with this amazing, thoughtful gift, and I just don't have it.
Listen, there are all different kinds of gifts, and you can surprise and delight people with your personality and your presence and your kindness.
Oh my God.
Gosh, if you want.
Okay, well, that was really nice and really set me loose there. Because I hate shopping. Do you enjoy shopping?
I hate that I love it.
I could not get there.
My favorite thing in the world is to go shopping. I almost always come home with nothing. I love touching things. I love trying things on. Love.
Oh,
Yeah.
no. I'm having flashbacks to being in like a Old Navy dressing room and like nothing fitting and it being hot and I having like a meltdown.
And I don't go in their dressing rooms because they hate women.
They do. They really do. Wow. Well, that's good to know. You've really released me from that. I appreciate that. One thing I want to talk about, because I don't want to keep you all day, because okay, again, I could and I want to, but I won't. You keep like a tracker from what I've noticed. Is it always consistently the same things?
Pretty much. I frequently, yeah, the things I typically track are my steps.
Hmm.
I go back and forth with water intake. Like at the end,
Um,
you drink enough water, and it's kind of silly just to track it for the sake of tracking it.
I sometimes I'm like that. Yeah.
But it's nice to like check it off that I did it. What else do I care about? Wow.
Well, I'll tell you, waking up before your kids, so that certain time. Um,
Always.
like I'm looking at this, like I love the way you've done this
Yeah.
because I get really intimidated by trackers that look like math.
Oh,
Um, you know what I mean? Like, so, like if there's a graph happening, I'm out. Even I think I only just recently was able to understand when people do the sleep trackers. Yeah, I love that. I'm just not, again, if it's math related, I'm out. And I love just how casual it is. Do all your trackers sort of look like this?
yeah. Well, yes, except for like the things in the back of my journal, which are just lists that are
Mm.
more like things I've read. However, I am doing like a fitness goals one back here that I'm actually like plotting things out. Um, but yeah, this is pretty much the standard and no buy. That's
Mhm.
really ambitious. 5:30 run. That one's like a gimme because I have to run so much for the marathon training thing. So it's just nice to fill that in.
It feels so good.
Like I'm consistent about some things. Board game. Yeah. We, I always want to play more board games because, like I said, my husband enjoys them. And so I log that. Sometimes I track reading, but it depends on the season. And like right now, I typically read every day before bed.
Mhm.
So
What are you reading right now?
I'm reading a book called two. I'm listening to A Gorgeous Excitement.
Oh. Oh.
No, it's really good by Cynthia Weiner. Weiner. Cynthia Weiner.
Oh, pretty.
It's about like the cocaine. It's okay, wait. It's fiction, but it's based on the Preppy murder, which I
Mhm.
didn't realize till I was like a quarter of the way through, and I was like, this sounds familiar. But it's more about like the culture in New York City and like Manhattan in the 80s and like cocaine and the preppiness and
Hmm.
I'm listening to it while I run, which is normally I can get through like 30 minutes of an audiobook and then I'm like, I need music, but
I
of
was gonna say that is, and what speed are you listening to your audiobooks at?
course.
Yeah, 1.5. That's minimum. Yeah. Interesting. Okay. And then what are you reading in your other way?
I'm reading Flashlight, which I only started it like 4 nights, 3 or 4 nights ago, and I keep falling asleep, but that's not on the book. That's just on my general exhaustion.
Or that's just on two children and a job.
I also just finished Victorian Psycho, and I didn't love that.
Oh, I will tell you, oh, Susan Choi. Have you ever read Trust Exercise?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so the author of Flashlight wrote this book called Trust Exercise, and it is, I love it. It is confusing is maybe a word I would use for it, but like you never really quite know what's happening until it all comes together, and it's very satisfying, and it might even take like a reread to catch everything at first, but really, really good. It came out several years ago, but it's one I recommend a lot. I am in a zone right now where I cannot read anything that is like hard in any way. Life is hard enough, so I am just like right now I'm rereading People We Meet on Vacation because why not?
Sometimes you need, it's not necessarily easy. I mean, reading is still reading, but it's nice to just have something that doesn't challenge your worldview.
Yeah.
Like, you want to take a little brain break.
Yeah, or challenge anything for that matter.
Yeah.
My book club just read All the Light in the Dark.
Oh,
No. Do you know this one? All the Light. It's Chris Whitaker. It was like huge last year.
yeah, I think so.
I don't know. Anyway, it was so long and
All right.
stressful.
This one,
Yes, yes.
I tell me what you rated it.
Well, everybody loved it and it was entertaining. It was way too long, in my opinion.
Long.
So long. So I think I landed it on like a 3 because it's fine. Yeah. Hmm. I'm glad we're on the same page there. Um, last question. Two last questions. First off, maybe I asked you this earlier, but what are you doing for like birthday plans? How are you celebrating your birthday like with your family?
Um, we'll probably go out to dinner tonight. I would like some shrimp
Mm,
or like a nice Caesar salad. Uh,
mm.
maybe a cheeseburger. I know those are three very different things, but um, and certainly ice cream is in my future. That's kind of it. We have tomorrow off because we're celebrating this fine country that we live in. But I will go to the parade because parades are fun.
Of course. What's your preferred ice cream flavor?
It depends. I nothing fruity ever.
Hmm. Hmm.
Why? You could just have fruit. I don't.
100%.
I'm having ice cream. I want there to be chocolate in it, caramel, something, maybe some cookies. If I'm
Oh,
at Dairy Queen, I want a mini s'mores blizzard. If I'm at Mitchell's, which is a Cleveland chain, but they're very like well known in Cleveland, campfire s'mores. Well, s'mores
mm.
is um, and then if I'm at an old school ice cream parlor, kids vanilla sundae with hot fudge.
Ooh, love hot fudge. My dream sundae, no one cares, is vanilla ice cream, caramel sauce, and like M&Ms.
That sounds great.
It's so good. And brownies.
Okay, yeah, you should. I mean, again, come to Cleveland. I will take you to Mally's. It is so good, and they make their own hot fudge in house, and they have brownies.
Oh,
So good. Yeah.
oh, that sounds amazing. Okay, I'm there. Okay, now the real question. I mean, that was a very real question, but what is something that you've learned about yourself through journaling?
Ooh. Um, I think that journaling, well, this is not really answering your question. I think journaling has made me a much more thoughtful person. And I've also learned that I'm a thoughtful person. Like, I have a really good memory, and I hope I keep it for a long time. And journaling, like, strengthens that memory. Like, I can think back to this giant box of journals, and I can think exactly, you know this, like where you were when you wrote this thing, or sometimes I can picture like which side of the page it's on, and
Yeah.
I think that's really cool. Um, I've also learned that like I'm pretty uh I have a pretty healthy perspective. I think I can get in the weeds certainly on like especially work stuff, like if work is stressful. But journaling allows me to like zoom out and like especially with kids, like I'll cry if I talk about my children, but um like this is it. Like I get these years with them when they're little, and it's so nice to be able to like, I don't know, take time for myself with journaling, but also like write things about them or who I am with them and like capture these years together. And I feel like I have a pretty healthy perspective on life, and I'm like truly privileged to be able to have that and be able to think like that and have that balance, if you will, because a lot of people don't or can't. Um, where am I going with this, Amy? Yeah, I think overall, like, I've learned that I'm a thoughtful, like, pretty even-keeled person.
Yeah. Well, I think like talking about time passing and talking about motherhood, I don't know if it's because times are different or whatever, but I feel like our parents lost themselves a little bit in parenthood, and I didn't know who they were, and I still don't really know who they are. And I like that we have this hobby that kind of forces us to say who we are. Yeah,
Yeah.
it keeps it not lost.
If you had children or nieces or nephews or anything one day, would you let them read your journals?
Absolutely. Yeah. I have three nephews that I'm obsessed with. They're my everything. They could not care about journaling any less, which is devastating, of course. Um, but yeah, they do like to flip through it, I've noticed. But that being so, well, I'm answering your question, I'm not. They can absolutely look through my cousin. I would let them look through my journals when they're older, like my diary. I don't know that they would care. And then if I had kids, I would let them do it, but then again, I don't know what I would write about them. So like, I don't know, where do you stand on that?
So much of my early journaling was so again because it was at a time in my life where I was like going through a big breakup and like moving, and I so much of it I'm sure is just really like dramatic and sad sounding, and I'm like
Yeah.
I don't know, but I also when I'm 70 or whatever, I don't know who.
But that was so the time, or maybe not the time, but the age. Like you were melodramatic and you were flinging yourself across the bed and, and I don't know. I hope with like time and perspective, like these fictional children or your real children could understand that. But yeah,
Yeah, and I hope that I continue to evolve as a person and continue to be able to hold on to like the the joy and the happiness so that they know like, oh, like this was a period in mom's life.
right.
So
Yeah. Yeah. It's nice to just like show them that you're a person, you know? Yeah. Hmm. Well, Sam, anything else before I let you go about your birthday day?
I'm gonna go organize some bins and donate some clothes and go get some shrimp and run. I gotta run
And and this is mid-30s.
in the 30s. This is your birthday on mid 30s.
Who knew?
Happy birthday to you. You said the 24th.
Thank you. Yes, yes. I'm
Cancer,
excited. What?
cancer energy, right? I don't know. Are you Cancer?
I'm a Leo.
What? Oh, okay.
It starts it starts on the 23rd. Yeah. So I'm on the cusp, which means that I have a large ego and I cry a lot.
Best of both worlds.
Yeah, exactly. Well, Sam, thank you. It was so nice to get to know you a little bit better, and I hope that we can stay in touch more because, like I said, I think you're very cool, and I'd like to be near you.
Anytime you want to come visit, but let's definitely stay in touch. It was so fun chatting with you. Thanks for making it so easy and
Oh,
comfortable.
good. Yay, good.